Phoebe Waller-Bridge is one of the most brilliant entertainers of today. This article has been written by Caroline Schneider.
Phoebe Waller-Bridge!
There are a lot of well-written television shows available nowadays. There are many well-directed television shows available. There are a lot of well-acted shows too. But rarely do you find a show that is both well-written, well-educated, and well-acted by the same person. Very few people in the entertainment industry can do this. But there is one individual who does this spectacularly: Phoebe Waller-Bridge.
I find acting really hard and really painful. But it's all about this.
Her writing.
Stay as present as possible and write as presently as possible.
Phoebe Waller-Bridge is probably best known for the projects she has written both on stage and on screen. She wrote the play Good, Clean, Fun, which was performed at the Soho Playhouse in London. She has also written several other successful television shows. She was briefly a writer on the show Drifters, before writing her own comedy miniseries Crashing, about a group of 6 friends living together as property guardians, with some saying the short-lived show was like a darker British version of Friends.
Fell for that hook, line, and sinker.
Oh, shit! Sorry!
The show where she became known in the United States was for her adaptation of the codename Villanelle novellas for BBC.
I know you are an extraordinary person, exceptionally bright, determined.
Where she was both the head writer and showrunner for the first season and is still an executive producer. Killing Eve.
Here on the set of Killing Eve, so it's sort of a psychological thriller slash espionage show slash dark comedy.
Waller-Bridge, when discussing writing the first season with Variety, said there was a meeting at one point where someone actually said, "We can't have too many women," meaning it will look unbelievable. I was like, what the F are you talking about? Not if it's written well and shot well. She revolutionized the spy thriller and cat and mouse genre with Killing Eve, which was just announced to be ending after season 4.
And they've said from the very beginning that they love these women and they want the story to feel weird and true and funny and dark and violent and all the things that we wanted.
She also wrote a one-woman show that was so successful, she adapted it into 2 seasons of a television show and a live recording of the theatrical performance, both released on Amazon Prime. That show, none other than the tour de force known as Fleabag.
Hair isn't everything.
Wow.
What?
Hair is everything. We wish it wasn't, so we can actually think about something else occasionally, but it is.
Which earned her 3 awards for the stage production and 10 more awards for writing and producing the television series across its 2 seasons.
And the Emmy goes to
Phoebe Waller-Bridge.
Fleabag is semi-autobiographical, getting its name from her real-life nickname, and focuses on her figuring out her sex life, family life, grief, and faith. When coming up with this character for her monologue and television show, and the decision to not actually give her a name, Waller-Bridge said, "I like the idea of withholding some of that mystery. That word, Fleabag, that felt right, because there's a messy connotation to it."
No, but that thing of spreading yourself thin, then you realise that actually the work that you're doing, especially as you want to put your heart into it and you know that it's only going to be good if it feels authentic to you and that you actually care about it and you can stand next to it and say, this is something I really believe in.
When it came to continuing the show after season 1, she told Jimmy Fallon, "I was very smug about not coming back because I thought I had a lot of artistic integrity in not coming back after the first season. Because the first season had a proper ending in my mind. It was based on a play and it was adapted to the same ending. I felt like in the first season, it was the most interesting version of that girl's story we were ever gonna hear, unless I can reinvent a reason for why she talks to the camera again. I can't see how I can justify coming back because the whole point of the first season was she had this front and this persona to the camera until the secret is revealed and then she's kind of shy. When I came up with the trick of another character seeing that she looks at the camera, that's when the whole thing cracked open again.
Yes, I wasn't, and I was very smug about not coming back because I thought I had a lot of artistic integrity in not coming back after the first one.
Her acting. While Phoebe Waller-Bridge has become known for her writing, she has spent the majority of her career acting. One of her biggest early acting roles was on the second season of Broadchurch, as a barrister in the murder trial that season focused on. She has also had smaller roles in films such as The Iron Lady, Goodbye Christopher Robin, and Solo, a Star Wars story.
Leave him alone.
Hey, leave him alone. He's never had it so good.
Oh, how about you try fighting me? That's better, that role.
Waller-Bridge most recently had a recurring role on the one-season HBO series Run.
Well, no, I'd say she's completely dead.
We need to get to a train station.
How'd you get out here?
Where she was also an executive producer. She also had a recurring voice acting role on the HBO adaptation of His Dark Materials as Damon Sayan Kotor. She has also done a lot of stage acting, but the majority of her acting roles have been for television, especially in projects she is a producer for. Of course, her biggest role to date is for her television adaptation of her play Fleabag, where she portrayed the titular character.
It's the next man who walks in here is getting ridden to death. Dad!
Portraying this fictional version of herself garnered her 16 acting nominations and 11 wins across the 2 seasons, especially in season 2. She showed a masterclass in how to portray grief and questioning faith through humour. There is one particular scene in season 2 where Fleabag is in a confessional for reasons that would spoil the show, and in this single 3-minute scene she manages to express grief, confusion and frustration in the most heartbreaking yet relatable fashion.
I just think I want someone to tell me how to live my life, Father, because so far I think I've been getting it wrong.
Waller-Bridge always seems to have a certain confidence about herself when she acts, even when portraying characters rooted in insecurities. When asked about this, she said, "I think confidence can be tied to permission. If you feel you have a place somewhere, you are more likely to assert yourself. Assertiveness isn't a quality women are traditionally taught to possess, and there are lots of professions where a woman can feel like a trespasser." When I met Vicky Jones, director of the play of Fleabag, she inspired me to stop apologising for wanting to be the kind of actor or writer that I wanted to be.
It's okay to make lots of things and to talk in lots of different ways. We just need more women talking about everything, really.
Her upcoming projects. After the success of Fleabag, Phoebe Waller-Bridge could open just about whatever doors she wanted. She has since signed a deal with Amazon Prime, reportedly worth $20 million a year. Her first project with this deal pairs her back up with her Solo, a Star Wars story, co-star Donald Glover, who has his own deal with Amazon Prime to make a television series version of Mr. and Mrs. Smith, which the pair will be both starring in and producing, and is expected to drop sometime in 2022.
I met Phoebe Waller-Bridge at a pre-Emmy party in 2015.
Her project, releasing the soonest, is a fairly sizable project that has been delayed twice. She is one of the writers for the new James Bond film, No Time to Die. If this is where her career is taking off, then who knows where she will go next.